So, do your parents want you to learn Chinese, learn history, all that stuff? Our parents sure do, of course. But like some Chinese people, they tell their kids, "Oh, learn English. That's gonna help you in the future. Learn all that stuff. Learn French. Learn Spanish. Chinese isn't that important." How do your parents raise you?
My parents raised me like they put like just like a like amount of rules, and I just like followed them, just like that.
Do they want you to learn Chinese or memorize poems?
They want me to learn Chinese, but not memorize poems.
What about you?
Same as you.
And what is that?
Practically learn my brain out by studying Chinese and memorizing poems each day.
There's a lot of arguments between whether we want to learn the Chinese way or American way between my dad and I and my mom. But I really want to somehow be in the middle. But we could always settle these arguments by like explaining why we want that, and we could be like, yeah, it's okay. I know. How can you and your parents settle cultural conflicts?
I don't really settle them like whenever like me and my mom have an argument about like cultural conflicts and stuff like that. My mom always takes the upper hand and takes the trophy. That's my life.
Sad life.
Yeah.
It's sad being a kid nowadays.
We better cut that part out.
Okay. What about you?
When my dad comes into my room and finds that I'm reading instead of studying because I read too much, my dad wants me to balance reading and other things. He gets mad, but I have my own reasons. I studied long and hard, and I just want to relax, even though my dad says I should study more.
Is that a complaint?
Maybe.
Or is it like an example of like how arguments go with your
example?
Yeah.
So are there any examples of cultural conflicts that you had with your parents before? I had an example. So like kids, I really want to read, but then my dad got mad at me, saying, "Oh, even if you want to read, you have to read Chinese books instead of English books." I'm like, why should I? He never told me.
Ever again.
What about you?
Like mine's similar to yours, but instead of reading Chinese books, my mom just told me like read those like you know like those like books the school recommends you. I like to read like fantasy stuff like that, dragons. Yeah.
Our school actually recommends fantasy books. Have you ever read Percy Jackson?
Yes.
Our school
Peter
recommends
Johnson.
that. Our school recommends that book.
2019天生我材美国青少年才艺大赛舞蹈比赛全面启动，初赛线上进行，中午、西午分开比拼，新增4到7岁儿童组，报名即时初赛，专业评委线上评比。即日起登录 www.cinevision.net/talent， 点击我要报名，上传独舞、双人舞、群舞视频，展现你的风采。天生我材，秀出精彩。